Oh wait, that's the same one. I thought it was the one with shield. One was.
There he comes. There he comes. Pew! Hi, Tony. Wow. We're gonna do things like that, huh? I thought you wanted a kiss. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Coming back. Oh, I was coming back.
Oh, you're coming back?
Where'd
Okay.
you go? Where'd you go?
Oh, I'm right here. Come back, my lover in the night. And he's going the other way. Welcome to the Warren Rascals. I'm Brian.
And I'm Eric.
I should have said I'm Steve Rogers. I'm Steve
That's
Rogers. That sounded like Mass Effect. I'm Steve Rogers, and this is my favorite store on the helicarrier. Yeah, we're gonna do some Avengers today. This is gonna be a long play. This is kind of a special edition. It's not a Let's Play. Well, it is a Let's Play, but it's a long play. It's a celebration. Fucking Avengers is 10 years old today. The movie, anyways.
In the United States.
In the United States, yes, in the United States of America.
Because Captain America is from America.
Yep. I was really expecting you to already go there with the really bad sensitive jokes, because America's the only country that matters. There, I said it. You didn't even have to say it. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the MCU. We're gonna talk about our, just that movie in general, and we're gonna play some freaking Avengers, shall we?
I mean, if we have to.
We have to. Here, let's go to the Eastern Seaboard. Let's start things off a little. Oh wow, all of them are level 51 for me. But my power level's level 50.
In a coma for 5 years.
Ooh, it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be very tough. We're not gonna do Taskmaster. Let's see. A lot of these are very quick. Like, I remember we were playing this another day, and it was very just, oh, there's people you have to save, and then once you save them, that's literally it. Like, that was the end of it. So let's do this one. This is a villain one. But yeah,
Menace
we're
at large.
Yeah, menace at large. I love the word menace. Dennis the Menace at large.
Phantom Menace.
But yeah, so I guess, well, here, actually, we're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna expand on the Avengers that we picked. But right now, I'm requesting the Hulk and Thor, because for whatever reason, everyone else, because everyone else is red because they're lower level. I get it. That's why I was confused the last time. But yeah, so Iron Man 1.
Hey, Doc.
Do you remember seeing the first Iron Man at all?
Yeah, I remember seeing Iron Man.
That was the year where that was Iron Man, Dark Knight, Hellboy 2. Shout out to Hellboy 2. Give us Hellboy 3, why don't you?
No, man, we got that remake.
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Iron Man 1 still holds up as one of my favorites, and I think it's the biasness of it being the beginning of the MCU and kind of all of that. But, I mean, the worst part of that movie is the awkward CGI of Jeff Bridges at the end.
Yeah, that third act is really rough.
But, yeah, Jon Favreau came in and just said, look, Robert Downey Jr. is going to be the next he's going to be the big superstar. And people were like,
and everyone's
what?
going to kiss him.
And everyone was going to kiss him. Yep, that's exactly. That's the moral of the story. You become a superstar, you get kissed. That's what happens. But yeah, like,
and he got a lot of kisses.
Yeah, yes, he did. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first one. That set such a like good stance on the MCU, and like I never even saw the after credit scene in theaters. My dad told me about it, and I was like, "What? What's an after credit scene?"
What do you mean I have to sit there and watch?
Like, I was so confused, and then we watched it, and it was the whole Sam Jackson thing, and you come to learn, like, years later, like, he was apparently supposed to name drop, like, Spider-Man, right? Or X-Men?
And the X-Men. Both of them.
And it's like, yeah, that was pretty weird times. And then we get the sequel.
The critically acclaimed.
The sequel, reboot, reimagining, directed by the Transporter director, The Incredible Hulk. Which was The Incredible Hulk. And I think that's the best way to describe that movie.
Yeah, that movie's not good.
I can't believe I was attacking one of our guys by accident. I was attacking one of the guys with the guns. I was like, oh, this guy has green. He's bad. I'm like, oh no, green means good. Like, go.
Oh my god, you're Hydra Cap.
I need to kill the good guys. I need to kill the good guys. But what's good, you know? Anything can be considered good when you think about it. Getting all metaphorical and philosophical. Yeah, that movie is. That movie's that movie. I will say it's one of my favorite Stan Lee cameos, though. When he drinks the green.
When he drinks the green drink,
Yeah.
soda and he freaking dies, I guess.
Yeah. Is that foreshadowing? Is that foreshadowing?
It's some weird ass foreshadowing.
I remember Montez name dropped that in like an old Channel BK vlog, and I was like, where did that come from? And he just was like, I don't even know. But yeah, that movie was that movie. Iron Man 2 followed it up, which I only remember because of Sam Rockwell, because he was really the main highlight of that movie. And Scarlet.
Yeah.
It was really their movie.
I'm still hoping that we do see more Sam Rockwells. Oh, the Hulk's joining me on this. We're friends.
But yeah, hopefully he's in that Armor Wars show a lot, because I think he wants to do that. Or I think he's in it. We'll see.
Come on, he's now the big fat wolf now, and the bad guys.
He is.
What
That
else
movie.
does he have to
Hey,
do?
that movie's doing pretty. It's doing pretty hot right now. That movie's getting him his kid audience. There was no shield on my back, and when I pressed the left, the L2, shield appeared on my back. It was very strange.
Wow, that's a weird glitch.
It was very
Hopefully
Doctor
nothing
Strange.
like that happens
Ha ha
to you.
ha 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 ha. Anyways, I feel like I am like way more, like, I'm playing more for the camera now. Brian, stop being so fake. Just be yourself, man. Just be yourself. You know, just what
I
you
am
gotta do.
myself.
I am myself. Yeah, Iron Man 2. I feel like when we were discussing about this video, we were saying like we were talking so much more about things than we are now. Like, it's so funny. Like, we're so like, and yeah, there was Iron Man 2, and yeah, there was this movie. We're skipping the bullshit.
I guess we forgot to should have mentioned that, you know, so happy that Don Cheadle's here. Fuck Terrence
Oh
Howard.
yeah, I forgot. That was the one thing we forgot in our prep. Was that Don Cheadle fucking, everyone was so upset because we thought Terrence Howard would have been so good, and now we're like, no, Don Cheadle's pretty dope. We love Don Cheadle. He's great.
John Cheadle.
John Cheadle, his alter ego brother, John Cheadle.
That's what we're gonna learn in Secret Invasion, is that there's another Cheadle.
Imagine that Don Cheadle is a Skrull, and he's the one that like kidnapped Terrence Howard, and he became Rhodey. Whoa. I know.
Bring back. I would imagine in Doctor Strange when that comes out this Friday in theaters, we just get a multiverse where Terrence Howard is the fucking War Machine.
That it's gonna happen. Nobody. That's the one spoiler that nobody knows about, is that freaking Terrence Howard's gonna show back up. Yo, that's wild.
We love you, Terrence Howard.
We love you too. Hey, we love you. You know, it's hard out here for a pimp. And then, and then, see, like, Phase 1 was just so strange, because this really was the building blocks. It was like
I mean, no one knew what it was going to become.
Yeah.
And I don't think they knew what it was going to become either.
Well, yeah, because then we got Thor 1, which makes sense that Kenneth Branagh was directing
Oscar winner.
Yep, Oscar winner for Belfast, because it was such a, like, Shakespeare-type movie that it made sense that he was directing it.
It was a Shakespeare-type movie until it got to the real world. I say real world, I mean Earthquake. And then it was, ha ha ha, a comedy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what's going on. He's not from this world.
Yeah.
I'm the fish out of water.
Yeah, Thor 1 is definitely like, I mean, when we're going to talk about Thor, because I think, honestly, I think my opinion on Thor is not even the fact that Thor sucks as a character. It's more of just, all of his stuff, they didn't really know what to do. with him, and it just felt like once Taika came in, like I get it, like as much as I love Thor Ragnarok,
Taika can do no wrong.
well, yeah, like as much as I love that movie, which we'll get into later, I agree, like it was a little too funny, but it felt like that was more lively than the other two. But then Captain America 1, which Joe Johnston directed, which again, something we were bringing up. Back in the day, they were just throwing these very just big directors, you know, besides Incredible Hulk, but like, you know, like well-renowned, and not even a shot against him, but like well-renowned directors directing these Marvel movies, and it was kind of like, you know, we think about it like with Sam Raimi coming back, like that kind of feels like one of the newer exceptions of them bringing someone like that on. It's been a while, really, but they were bringing all these big names to direct their films, and that was such a fun movie. Probably one of my favorite endings. It makes me cry all the time. It is so sad, and it makes it even more sad knowing that, you know, he got what he wanted at the very end of it. But yeah,
I know what you got.
He had a date. He wanted to dance. That shit is so sad. But yeah, I love that. I mean, Hugo Weaving being Red Skull was such a big deal at the time. Like that was such a like. Yes.
He's so good in that movie. It's unfair that it's not unfair, but like as much as he hated doing it, he was so good.
Yeah, which is crazy that he didn't come back, because he's come back for like what, like Lord of the Rings, but maybe as you know,
here's the funny thing. So like everyone at Marvel, when they sign up, signs a contract, and he did, and he technically says that legally, if they ask him to come back, he has to. But I guess they just respect his wishes of not wanting to come back. Which, I mean, good for Marvel for being cool like that, but also
it would have been cool. Like, because what's his name? Ross Marquand, of The Walking Dead fame, who's very well known for being an impressionist. They're like, he could do voices, he could be him. And he did really good job, because when he shows up in Infinity War, I'm like, that's not Hugo Weaving, is it? And obviously it wasn't, but no, I love that movie because it's such a fun, it's like such a cool ode to Captain America, and we'll get to the Captain America character development because...
I mean, it's definitely the ode to the 1940s.
Yeah,
you know.
The golden, the golden age is...
No, it's the golden, that's the golden age.
Okay, Brian is right about comic book knowledge. Yay!
He's asking me, he's questioning himself, meanwhile the actual comic book nerd in the room is...
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You're right.
If you say I'm wrong about shit, then I know I'm wrong. When you say I'm right, I feel very proud. It's like when, you know, you're talking to like a movie head or music head and you go, is this right? Is this right? And then you go, yeah, you're right. And you're like, I'm so happy.
I did it, Dad. I made you proud.
But yeah, I still love that movie. But
it's still great.
After that movie, we got that teaser for Avengers, and you know, as you know, Robert Downey Jr. said, it was the most ambitious movie after fucking Inception, and then he went on to say Mark Ruffalo is coming back as Hulk, and people got excited because people thought he was going to say Ed Norton, and then he says that name and he goes, oh, you said the wrong word. It wasn't reprising, it was taking over in the role. Are you looking for the thing to open this?
Yeah, they're on the floor, and I don't know where they're at.
You have to go here. Go up on the D-pad, or up on the, whatever it is. I usually play on Xbox more so.
Up on the arrow sticks.
One. So there's one there.
There's one here.
One there. And then...
Is there one in here?
There's one over here.
There's one in here too.
Where's the one over here?
Come on.
Where is it?
Alright. I got that one.
There's one over here. I can't find it though. Is it?
Is it in the room?
I don't know. I'm trying to like... Okay, so we got 1, 2... Oh no! Okay, so now, hold on. Oh, are we like? Oh, we're like locked out.
Is it in? Oh, it's in these two rooms.
Okay.
Right? No. So there's
1,
2. 3. Hulkbuster's ready. We're getting so distracted because we were like, where are they?
Well, because I want to get this before we move on to the main conversation point of this video. Where the hell is it? Oh! Got it.
Hey.
It was literally right there on the fucking floor. God damn it.
Woo! Going down.
And I'm yelling timber.
Yeah, Pitbull. Woo.
Who would have thought that would have gotten into this video? But yeah, so then...
Not Pitbull.
So then Joss Whedon, before, you know, he was outed as a POS and made, you know, comic book nerds and movie nerds hate him. He was, you know, the favorite for everyone to direct a comic book movie because he was trying to do so many. And then he ended up doing the Avengers, and the movie that nobody thought would work and be chaotic until we got other Marvel movies down the road worked out. And it's one of those movies where I still respect it, I still like it. I don't go back and watch it that much because I feel like, I know I brought this up to you, my dad just would watch it constantly and I just would remember every part of it. And so it would just be so like, yes, I know this part. Yes, I know this part. Yes, I know this part. So it just became so like, okay, I get it, you know, like I've seen it so many times. So I don't know, like I probably, if I went back and watched it now, I bet you I would like it more than if I back then watching it. So maybe I might watch it again at some point.
I still think it's the best, like, Avengers movie, if you get my drift. You get what I'm saying?
I do get what you're saying. I would personally wait. I'd say Infinity War, but I feel like there's, you know, there is one major issue with that.
There was just nothing else like it. There was just nothing else like it.
And then, yeah.
It brought so many people into this genre, not knowing what the hell it was. And, you know, the people I wouldn't expect to go and see these movies were going out and be like, I love Iron Man, I love Thor.
Well, think about it this way too. After this movie, the next like couple Marvel movies skyrocketed in the box office than the other movies that came before it. Like freaking, like Iron Man 3 did huge. This is a glitched robot. Like Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 of all freaking movies did like huge in the box office. So it was such a cultural phenomenon. And then Ashley Johnson shows up in the last scene. One of the last scenes, which was fun. Go Ellie. So yeah, it was a big deal. And, you know, like you said, I think it's just one of those, like, it shouldn't have worked and did. And then the whole shawarma scene, which they shot that right after the premiere, and freaking, like Chris Evans was going to shoot Snowpiercer for Bong Joon-ho before he was a freaking Oscar winner. And he had the beard, so he had to, like, cover his face. So much fun. Little trivia. I just remember watching it being like, they are trying not to laugh at all. It was so funny watching it, knowing like they just were holding in their laughter so much. But, and then Thanos, like the beginning of that whole start.
The beginning of Thanos, the big purple man that nobody had no idea who he was.
Everyone wanting Ron Perlman to be Thanos. I remember that too. And then everyone was like, that's an easy choice. Let's think of someone unique. And then that's when Josh Brolin got cast. But speaking of high value target, I'm pretty sure this level is glitched, because where is the high value target?
Up your butt.
And around the corner? Or up your butt and to the left? There's a chest up here.
There is. There was a circle thing in the air.
Oh man, are we gonna already have our first break in this game? Oh gosh.
I keep seeing it fly, and I'm like, where is it going? Oh, I found it.
Oh, is he like stuck in the wall?
Yeah, he's stuck down here.
Oh man.
I like how it sounds, the sound of you breaking the glass. None of the glass shattering.
Oh man. What are we gonna do?
Use your head.
I don't think there's a button for that in this game.
The correct response was, but I don't want to use my head.
Did you quote something?
I did.
What'd you quote?
Figure it out.
The show Figure It Out, with
No.
the host Summer Sanders on Nickelodeon.
I'm actually doing damage to it.
Oh, good. Just keep doing that. I'm gonna look at my stuff that I got, because I'm not gonna be able to do anything to help. Oh, I leveled up. I didn't even realize that. Wow. But yeah, Avengers. It was great. And then the follow-up, which is my favorite Marvel movie, Iron Man 3.
It is absolutely his favorite.
Yep. It's not like I think it's a hot mess in the villain plot. Not the Mandarin stuff. The villain plot is terrible. The villain at the very end has a whole speech about how he's evil. Iron Man's not Iron Man. The kid in it bothered me. He wasn't that bad in Jurassic World, but he bothered me in Iron Man 3.
He wasn't that bad in Jurassic
He wasn't that
World.
bad in Jurassic World. I have other problems with that movie. He showed,
But
and then
they
he,
kicked,
the
but then they
kid
kicked him
that,
out of the franchise.
the kid that fucking shows up in Avengers Endgame, and we're all like, who the hell is that? And then we Google it and we go, oh, okay, makes sense.
And then you're like, oh great, mentioning Iron Man 3.
I remember my dad was like, okay, I don't like that movie, but that makes sense that they had him show up real quick. He looks so old, because he hasn't been in anything. I think the last movie I saw him in was in The Nice Guys at the beginning, but that was it.
And now I'm not being able to hit him.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we might have to restart the last.
Oh, but he can fucking
What?
hurt us.
Yeah,
What the
apparently.
hell was that? So how do we reload checkpoint?
Yeah, reload checkpoint.
Okay, let's try that. And then yeah, Thor: Dark World, which was a movie.
Hey, I liked Iron Man 3.
You did?
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna move on from that. Thor: Dark World was so forgettable. I could tell you nothing about it. Besides the fact
Hey,
that
I liked Iron Man 3.
Eddie, shut the hell up. Oh, we have to do this whole part again?
we just
Okay.
we just have to get back to it. Yeah. I think we don't have to worry about the chest.
Okay.
I don't think so. No, yeah, I Thor: Dark World's not good.
No. But then, the following movie, Captain America: Winter Soldier,
Yeah, we don't have to worry about this.
was Captain America: Winter Soldier. That was when we started to feel like the MCU was like a holy shit. There's gonna be things that affect everything, because that was the whole nervous thing. It's like, is everything just gonna be very separate? But then that made everything feel so fuck. He's
What?
stuck again.
Oh, he came out.
Oh.
I saw that too. I saw him in the stairs again. I'm down.
Is he? Where? Oh, he's right there. Okay. I was like,
Yeah,
where is he?
He hit me a little too hard.
But yeah, Captain America Civil War. Slow your roll, Brian.
Yeah,
Captain
hold on.
America
We got a
Winter
little bit to
Soldier, bringing back Sebastian and introducing that whole storyline, and that's when I didn't care about like spoilers. And someone was like, "Oh, this is a comic book story where it's Bucky." I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I remember telling that to my dad, and he was just like, "Oh, really?" And then there it was, and then Falcon was introduced, and I think the only part to that movie I don't like is everything to do with them killing Sam Jackson and bringing him back. I mean, it had a story function, but I always had an issue with movies that did that. Because the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes did that the same year, and it's like, wow, I wonder if Caesar's still alive. And he was. Like,
yeah,
I just
and
don't.
he wasn't a salad.
Yeah. Yep. It was just Andy Serkis in a ball suit going.
And people wanted to nominate him for Best Supporting Actor.
Hey, that man did all that shit for fucking mocap is the same thing as Doug Jones for makeup acting. Like, they are fucking geniuses. There we go. Whoa!
Wow, we did it. First try.
The exit is below your current position.
But yeah, it just introduced that whole dynamic to the MCU where it just was, you know, blowing the lid off of everything.
There's officially consequences.
Exactly. And then Robert Redford being in it, like, and here's the thing about Robert Redford. I thought him as a villain wasn't, like, the greatest, but, like, him being in that kind of movie was so, like, you know, that Robert Redford, I think he's going places, Eric, you know? I think he's gonna be a pretty big actor. You know?
Isn't he already a bad guy in real life? No, that's Elon. My bad.
No, Robert Redford's not the bad guy. It's Dustin Hoffman.
Oh god.
Hashtag me too. And then we had Guardians of the Galaxy, which was the comic story that everyone was like, who wasn't a nerd was like, what the hell is this? And then it made us care about a talking raccoon and tree played by Vin Diesel. Who has 3 lines, or 4 lines, I guess, 4 words he could say.
Yeah, that's my.
Feels like we've done what we said.
That's all, folks. That's all he says.
He says I, we, and then our group. That's all you need. That's all you need.
No, so 5.
I am Groot. Oh, okay. We are Groot. Okay. You corrected me. I'll give you that. Flying boy. I'm Jumpy boy, and you're Flying boy. Dance, monkey boy, dance. It's like I'm like jumping as you shoot at me. Ah!
Alright, yeah, jump over this.
My monitoring team detected a huge data.
But then, yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy was basically, and I say this with all the respect in the world, a ripoff of other movies, but it still was great. I loved it.
It's my favorite one. My favorite MCU movie.
Like, all the like vibes in it, and then obviously James Gunn just bringing his James Gunn-ness to it was great. Dave Bautista, my boy, my wrestler, showing up as such a like funny actor. I was shocked to be like, Dave Bautista is funny? This is awesome.
Dave Bautista can act.
Well, because like with wrestlers, they just have personality. Like they have a good personality. Like The Rock, I don't think The Rock's like an amazing actor, but he has personality. He has charisma. But like Dave Bautista has kind of gone on to be a pretty good actor. Like he's really shown himself, and I think Guardians really brought that side to people. And it was like such a unique group of people. The fact that Bradley Cooper plays Rocket Raccoon is still one of the craziest things to me. Like I do not believe it. Like it's still so crazy. Doing his like Robert De Niro impression, pretty much. As
and
Rocket
he never does any press tours for it. I don't even know how much he's talked about being Rocket Raccoon personally, but like, he's the best character though.
Because I know he's done. I knew he did a lot of press when the first one came out because that was such a big deal for that weird.
Him and Vin Diesel.
Yeah, because that was such a weird group of
too.
people. It was such a weird group of people to be in those movies. Like those 5 people are so different. Like they're all such different actors, but they're all so great at their characters. And
I mean, this was still a young Chris Pratt that wasn't put into everything yet either, because he was still coming off of Parks and Rec.
Yeah,
and
so it's like
he had to muscle up.
Like Chris Pratt, who was on Parks and Rec, Zoe Saldana, who has shown herself to be a huge like movie star in like Avatar and Star Trek, and then we
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yes, and then you know Dave Bautista, who is a wrestler turned actor. Vin Diesel, who is a rock
who is
turned
the Fast
actor.
and the Furious.
Did you hear my joke? I said who was a rock turned actor, the personality of a rock, and then Bradley Cooper.
Bradley
So-
Cooper, you know,
and, yeah,
Oscar
such a-
nominated at this point.
In the shallow.
Well, it wasn't for that.
Yeah, he was. He got Oscar nominated for that.
I know, but it wasn't. That wasn't around the time that he got Oscar nominated. That was years later.
Well, I mean, he's been nominated like every year. The Academy loves themselves some Bradley Cooper.
He wasn't nominated this year.
Did
But
he
he
do
was in-
anything?
He was in fucking Nightmare Alley. He was
that
in
is true.
Licorice Pizza.
That is very true. He was over there making kissy faces at Kate Blanchett, and I'm like, hey, I don't blame you. We'll get to her in a little bit too.
Yeah, the fact we're saying how people that have been in these things, and you're
I
like,
know.
yeah,
That's the other thing too. Like the amount of people that have been in these movies is crazy. But yeah, and then that all led into the next Avengers, which I think, looking back on it, I actually like a lot of that more than the first Avengers, but I don't think it's perfect. Like, it's fine, but I think there's a lot that Joss tried to do that I appreciate, but it's, you know, it's a bit of a hot mess.
the best part is Vision.
Oh, Vision's incredible. Like, his line at the end of the movie to the last surviving Ultron is incredible. Just like his line in WandaVision that the whole internet shat their pants over. But yeah, we got Scarlet Witch, we got Quicksilver, and this was a year after the better Quicksilver, in my opinion, from Days of Future Past, so
It's okay, he died to become Kraven the Hunter.
And that's all we all want to be. We all want to die to become Kraven the Hunter. But yeah, it had a lot going for it, but it also was a bit of a mess. We got Kang, or did I say Kang? I meant to say, I meant to say Claw.
You were so far off.
Wrong villain that starts with the letter K. Andy Serkis, speaking of.
We got Andy Serkis.
Yeah.
In the flesh.
Setting up that.
He's actually in a mocap suit the entire time.
I know, it's so crazy, even though it looks exactly like him. And then we get the Hulkbuster suit, which was exciting because I love that suit. See, that would have been the perfect cue for you to do the Hulkbuster suit in the game.
I mean, here.
There we go.
I'm punching legs now. So yeah, I think Age of Ultron is okay, but I don't think it's like, you know, amazing.
Yeah, again, I think it has some issues, but I still think there's a lot about it that needs to be at least recognized.
There's also some responses to, like, you know, aw man, these superheroes aren't really saving everyone. They kinda letting people die because Man of Steel came out, and
yeah,
we don't even know how many people fucking died in that movie.
Yeah.
And, well, they were like, oh man, we gotta save everybody, and, well, they're like, we couldn't. At least, like, you can admit you can't save everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I agree and disagree. Like, I think it's one of those situations where they did the best they could, and, you know, Joss Whedon was so like, oh, this movie was so, oh, come on, Cap, what are you doing?
I got shot out
no!
of here. Oh, Hulk's here. He's gonna give you a hug.
I was literally gonna try and jump up there, and then he moved his leg up, so I couldn't get up. You're gonna have to probably get up there. Oh no, I got it. Ugh. Oh no! What the hell? That was some booty.
Where am I going? Oh, up
You
here?
just need,
oh.
yeah, you need to destroy those. But then we got Ant-Man, the Edgar Wright Peyton Reed directed Marvel movie. It would have been interesting to see what Patrick Wilson's role would have been. Had they ever released that? Because they cut his character from the movie.
I remember that, yeah. I don't think they have ever said. But, yeah, I keep forgetting he was supposed to be in that movie. But it's okay, he moved on to be an Aquaman, and
And we all know how well that movie worked out. I mean, I guess financially it did.
Made $1 billion. I don't think anyone would have thought that Aquaman would have been able to make more than $1.
Well, it's because all the women wanted to see Jason Momoa with his shirt off. Obviously.
All the men wanted to see Amber Heard beat the shit out of Jason Momoa.
I was ready for you to say another person's name. Insert ongoing lawsuit name here.
Nah, man. She was too busy taking a shit on his bed.
Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Anyways, yeah, Ant-Man, honestly, I think is low-key underrated. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that, but I like the small-scaleness of it. Michael Pena and the crew was... that was not even intentionally trying to be funny. I was like, it's the truth. It was intentionally small-scaled. But yeah, that movie, I actually liked a lot about it. I would have loved to see Edgar Wright's style as a director.
Like 100% his style.
Yeah.
Not the movie, you know, being Edgar Wright-esque.
Yeah, because it definitely was a Marvel movie. Like, and that's the upsetting thing. Like, it felt more like a committee sort of thing versus a stylized movie, which is so weird to me that Edgar Wright was like so down to do this movie. Like, I remember hearing that information going like, what?
He's been down to do it since for so long.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There we go.
We destroyed the big turtle thing.
Yep, turtle. Oh, but then this is a good time to bring up before Phase 3, this was the whole era of, we knew Spider-Man was going to be coming into the MCU. We were getting Netflix MCU shows, which I've seen a good amount of them. I haven't seen all of them, but I love Daredevil. I think Jessica Jones is great. From what I saw of Luke Cage,
well,
you know.
Ant-Man wasn't the time that we were getting the MCU shows. The MCU shows came out like a year or two prior.
2015 was the first year for Daredevil and Jessica Jones. And that was the same year of Ultron and stuff.
All the more reason to savor our success.
Well, we technically got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. back in 2013.
Well, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So...
Jesus, wow.
every time I saw a clip from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I was just like, yeah, that's a show all right. That is a show all right. Sure is.
You're a show all right.
I know I'm a show all right. But yeah, I think the MCU, the Netflix shows were great. I hope there is such a cool quality. I hope there's a good quality of them, like bringing those characters back and stuff down the road. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how things transpire, you know? How things
Transformers?
How things Transformers, robots, but yeah, so after that, Civil War being kind of the follow-up, that was such a big deal because of Black Panther. Like, with Black Panther and Spider-Man kind of joining the fray. And, you know, I think the movie, you know, I love all the Captain America movies. I think they're all really good. And this kind of introducing that storyline and the way that they did it was cool. I mean, yes, I think there could have been a different spin on it, or it could have been a bigger deal. And I think just the whole Sokovia thing was a little bit like of a strange way to bring it. But like you were saying, it was just kind of their way of being like, hey, here's some drama and tension. But it was good. Like, I actually still really like it. It kind of just has that mentality of, like, kind of an Avengers movie. And I remember seeing that teaser at the Super Bowl where Iron Man puts on his suit real quick and he grabs Winter Soldier's gun before he shoots him. And I remember being like, oh, that looks so intense. Like, I thought that was such a cool, because it was with that really creepy music. I thought that was so cool. But yeah, I thought, you know, I don't know what did you end up, were you a fan of Civil War when it came out? Was it kind of like Were you on the train with it? Was it one of the ones that you liked?
I like Civil War. I still like Civil War. I just don't. Every time I go back to it, it just a little bit rougher to watch, I guess. It's a weird watch, for sure. Just because there's better, I guess, properties or better movies, I guess. I think it's my least favorite Captain America movie because it's not really a Captain America movie.
Yeah, that is a one thing. Like, I feel like with Captain America, they made him so much more cooler than I ever would have thought. But I feel like they kind of, whenever they did have a Captain America perspective, it felt odd. Like, he wasn't in Infinity War that much. That's my one main problem with that movie. And, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like they shortchanged him a bit, but, yeah, I mean, I could say that about the following movie, Doctor Strange, which came out at the end of the year. I think I liked it when it came out, and then I disliked it more after the fact, because it just was very fine to me.
Doctor Strange is a fun time, better with certain substances.
Especially the end part.
You gotta be kidding me.
I've come to bargain.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is alright. I mean, Michael Stuhlbarg's in it, and even though he's...
Mads is in it.
And, yeah, Mads is in it. The one... Again, this was at the time where Marvel didn't really know how to do good villains outside of Loki, so...
Yeah. I was gonna say, because, like, since Loki, during all this time, like, okay, Robert Redford was good.
Yeah, like I was saying about him, like, I think he was maybe the closest, but he wasn't, like, amazing. He was just good. Like, he was cool. But, like, yeah, there was a lot of opportunities, and they didn't really fulfill them that much. I'm trying to remember 2017. Was 2017 just Spider-Man next? No, Guardians 2.
Guardians
I forgot.
2.
I mean, that had Kurt Russell. That would have been...
Russell, I mean, again, I keep saying this about Guardians 2. It's not as good as the first one, but I still think it's great.
Yeah.
And it is a character study piece because it dissects into some of the characters, not all of them. Because, I mean, we have their moments of each of them. Groot doesn't get a whole dissection, but Groot's whole purpose in that movie was marketability, in a sense.
Yeah.
But we got our dissections of nearly the rest of the Guardians. We got Rocket got dissected a little bit because of Yondu. Peter Quill for sure did, because, you know, we got to meet his dad and he realized, oh, my dad wants to destroy everything. Also, I'm part God, I guess. Gamora and Nebula got that relationship fixed up. And Drax, you know, for as much as he was more comic relief, that moment where Mantis touches him and she just breaks down, you're like, oh, well, he is dealing with some stuff. And I'm sure with Guardians 3, we'll probably see those conclusions, because we know that Batista's kind of done with Disney.
Which is a shame. But
yeah.
I get it.
But I still like Guardians 2. I don't think it's bad whatsoever. I just think it's really different from the first one.
Yeah.
Are you putting stuff on?
Oh no, I'm over here right now. I'm fighting these guys back here. I didn't even realize there was a bunch of enemies over here. I'm back here with Hulk and Iron Man right now.
Just hanging out?
Yeah, we're just fighting some guys, you know, doing our thing. Yeah, I kind of agree. All my opinions are basically the same. It's good, not my favorite. Kind of the same that I feel about the next movie, but in different ways. Spider-Man Homecoming, and as an MCU movie, it's great. As a Spider-Man movie, I kind of am annoyed with it. Because Loki,
he's not in this movie.
He's not in this movie, but honestly, I am a big fan of Michael Keaton. As I think this is when I started to go, oh, okay, Marvel's trying to get some better villains now, because Michael Keaton was incredible. And, you know, seeing Tom Holland come back as Spider-Man, it was like such an exciting moment to get like a fully renowned Spider-Man, because I love Tobey and honestly I love Andrew, but they were very different and they both pulled off a certain aspect well. But I think Tom is good at both. Like I think he pulls off both aspects really well. The reveal, shocking. Michael Mando being set up as the Scorpion and then literally never shows back up makes me sad.
And we never saw him again.
When I knew he was going to be in the movie, I got excited because I love Better Call Saul. And then he shows up, he doesn't say anything, he just gets his ass whooped, and I go, are you joking me? And then he shows up in the after credit scene, and I go, oh, he's Scorpion? Oh, and Childish Gambino as fucking Prowler. What the hell's going on there? I mean, I get it. He does a billion different things, and I know Atlanta's on it. Atlanta's awesome. I love it. He
just wanted to mention that Miles Morales exists.
Yep.
You know, that's all. That's all his purpose was.
I would love to see them do Prowler or bring in Scorpion in the next one, because really at this point, Vulture knowing who Spider-Man is means nothing now after the new Spider-Man. So
yeah, and Morbius.
Oh, we're not talking about those. That was funny what I just saw the Hulk do. The Hulk is hanging off of nothing right now. As you're watching this, this is the greatest thing ever. But yeah, so.
Oh, I see it on. Oh god.
Did it stop?
What do you mean?
Oh, he's still doing it. He's like.
No. He's not doing it on my screen, but he's doing it on yours.
On the stream? What are you hanging off of, Hulk? What are you doing? This is great.
He's that good.
He's just that. He's that intense about his job of being like that. But yeah, so Spider-Man.
So yeah, Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah. It's not bad. But it's not a good Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I agree. I think putting it in the MCU again, we'll talk about the good that it brings later on, because I think they obviously did much better down the road with it. But yeah, in this instance, getting him in is good, but then once they kind of do more with him, it gets a lot better. And then Thor Ragnarok, the Winter Soldier of the Thor universe, burning down Asgard.
Of the Thorverse.
Of the Thorverse. Bringing in Taika to direct it as a Taika movie. Probably the gayest MCU movie with Jeff Goldblum being Jeff Goldblum. And freaking the whole bromance thing and the colors and just, yeah, there's a lot to this movie. It's okay.
Again, Love and Thunder will become the gayest.
Hey, I am ready for him to dethrone his own fucking Thor movie as the gayest freaking Marvel movie of all time. I'm okay with that. But yeah, I love this. Again, I think it's a little too funny, and I'm hoping the next one is going to be a lot better, because the Oscar he won for, I think it's a really well done script. I think it's a lot more in the middle. Like, it's funny when it needs to be, but it's also serious when it needs to be, and it's not overdone. So I'm excited, and I'm really excited to see how Christian Bale kind of shows up. But we'll talk about those excitements in a later dawn.
Later dawn.
Later dawn. But yeah, great movie. I feel like at this point, if it's a movie that I'm like, it's good, moving on, I have nothing else to say.
Yeah. I love Love and Thunder. Not Love and Thunder.
No!
Ragnarok.
The Rock! Oh, wait.
I mean, I love some Sean Connery myself with Nick Cage, but...
Yes.
Ragnarok.
Yes,
no,
Ragnarok.
It just brought my love for Thor back, I guess, because we saw him in the first movie was fine, and then Avengers, like, helped, and then we got Dark World, and I was like,
who would have thought that Chris Hemsworth was that funny? Like, so much of his personality came out in the movie, too. Like, it was great.
Who would have thought Chris Hemsworth? Who would have thought Chris Hemsworth? Because remember, when he got in these movies, he was literally a no-name.
Well, and also, they clearly casted him because, like, you know, he had the look, he was buff, he could be that strong, heroic lead. But then, yeah, they just learned, oh, he's funny. Let's make him funny more. And they did. And
More
it worked
funny.
out. More funny. And now we get to probably one of the more divisive MCU movies, the introduction of Black Panther.
Civil War? We already talked about that.
No.
Alright, who's first?
I'm still on the train of people that loves this movie. I have issues with a lot of the Marvel big budget stuff. But honestly, as like a conflict movie, and like, you know, I think this is what's wrong with a lot of Marvel properties. They do really interesting things, and then a lot of the times when it has to be a Marvel movie, it kind of loses some of its momentum. Kind of like some of the Disney Plus shows we'll talk about. It, you know, kind of lessens it. But honestly, the women in this movie are incredible. I think all the characters have a really good nuance to them. I love Michael B. Jordan in this role. He's incredible. Like, I loved it. I thought the culture stuff is great. But yeah, I think the ending is a Marvel movie. I think sometimes the endings are really, really good, or they kind of are just Marvel movies. And I think it's not as bad as like a Wonder Woman situation where like the ending is so like, wow, like
bad.
Really? Yeah, like it's not that bad, but it very much has a different kind of vibe to it than, you know, other properties and whatnot. But I know you're definitely on the other side, or not, I guess other side, but you're not with me at least.
It's fine. It's really fine. If it's for as much as it's Black Panther, there's not really
Yeah.
a good Black Panther movie.
Yeah, it's a lot more of like the women and Eric Killmonger than it is him for sure.
See, imagine if they had called this movie Wakanda Forever. Like, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Which is so tragic given, you know, what happened to him and he's gone now. Like, it's so depressing and it's sad to, you know, not be able to see him as that character. But
To think that the last time he performed in a Marvel project, he wasn't technically really his character.
yeah, like it was like, you know, and they were like building the whole show around him, what they were talking about. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's definitely a movie that I can completely understand people being like, yeah, like it's good until it isn't. Because I think a lot of Marvel stuff is kind of like that.
It's some of the worst CG in a Marvel movie, I will tell you that for sure.
Oh, well, yeah, for sure. Like the rhinos.
I don't understand how that it got that bad.
Which sucks, because Ryan Coogler is a great director, and he does such great character stuff. He has such great personality in his films, from Creed and Fruitvale Station, that to like, you get excited when you get a director like him in one of these movies, and then yeah, like the CGI is just very like, really?
Yeah, I wish I could like it more, and I wish. I mean, I'm not saying I wish I could get this cultural significance, but I understand it at least.
Yeah. But it's okay, because I feel like the following movie probably kind of uplifted your spirits more with Infinity War, the movie that shouldn't have worked.
Uplifted? That's a weird way to say that about Infinity War.
I guess so. It is a very depressing movie. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about with that. Anyways, Infinity War, probably in my top 5 as well, or I mean, I guess I brought up Iron Man. I sounded really weird saying that. I was like, no, I've never said another one like this. But yeah, I think this is probably up there because it's just one of those, it shouldn't have worked, but it did. And and it's just, so much of it could have been so wrong, but it was so good. And, you know, bringing Thanos finally to light and, like, giving us that was
It's the Thanos movie, baby.
It is, and like I said, other than the whole Captain America thing I have with it, I love this, and I think give this man a shield. Random quote. Like that's one of the Marvel movies I could probably watch over and over again because there's so much good stuff in it.
There's a lot of good stuff. If I have to say, like, if it is a Thanos movie, I do think it's one of the best Thor movies. I'll tell you that.
With his whole adventure with the Guardians.
Well, with Rocket and Groot.
I mean that too, I guess. Yeah, and a big Peter Dinklage.
And a big Peter Dinklage.
And a big Peter Dinklage. Yeah, the ending with Cap's reaction and... See, again, every time you see Cap in movies, they just make him so much cooler than I thought they would. Like, when Thanos gives him that look of, holy shit, how is this guy, like, holding me this well? I'm like, oh, Cap is so dope.
He's so strong. He's a strong man.
He's a strong boy. But yeah, I love this one. It brought that perspective of like, holy shit, what is gonna happen now? Because Thanos wins. He succeeds. It's crazy. And then we had to wait a whole year to figure it out. But then we had to watch
it's okay, we got
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Two movies in between.
Which again, I don't really think Ant-Man and the Wasp is that bad. I get it. It's very forgettable. Walton Goggins is in it, and I love him, but he kind of plays a very bland character. But he's Walton Goggins, and he's so charismatic that I don't care.
Iron Man, are you okay?
I don't feel so good. Yeah, what is wrong? What's wrong with him? He's just kind of walking around. Is he doing something on yours?
He's doing something on my screen.
Okay.
He's very floaty, I'll tell you that.
Very floaty.
Ant-Man and the Wasp is fine.
It's
that's
fine.
it.
And that's it. And then Captain Marvel is a movie that I saw pre-screening of, and again, I think without the whole Brie Larson shit, as a movie, I liked it, and the more time that's gone by, it's kind of gone into it's okay. I think Ben Mendelsohn and Sam Jackson are like the prime highlights of the movie for me. I think Talos is a very well done character, and I don't know if he's like underwritten or not, because I feel like Ben Mendelsohn definitely is the reason why that character is so strong. Like, he is just so good. But then, yeah, we go into Endgame, which is a movie that nobody really knew was going to be, like, what was going to happen, and it was a 3-hour...
I didn't like that movie. I didn't like Captain Marvel. That is my opinion.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
I know. That's why I was brushing it off. I knew you were like, Captain Marvel's Captain Marvel. But yeah, Avengers Endgame, man.
Remember Jude Law's in that movie?
He was. I know, and it was funny because the entire movie, I kind of knew what the twist was, but I'm like, wait, it's what's his name from Guardians of the Galaxy. He's not a good guy. What's going on here? I was very confused. I'm like, he must not be good. It was a very, like, strange thing to me.
I still got it.
But then we go over to Endgame, and that was a 3-hour movie.
It was like the movie event of our lifetime.
And we'll never have anything like that for a long time.
No. And yeah, I really just think our opinions on that are just like everyone else's. It's just holy hell. Like, again, there's a little bit of some plot hole stuff, but it's one of those, like, who gives a fuck? Everything else is so good in it that it really doesn't matter all that much, because the rest of it is very tight-knit. But then, COVID happened. Oh, wait, no. Far From Home, I forgot. The best Spider-Man movie in the MCU.
Yeah, just go off saying that, you know. COVID happened, nothing else.
And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Jake Gyllenhaal playing my favorite Spider-Man villain. One of the greatest moments of my life. That was the greatest thing ever. And then the connections to Iron Man 1 were still some of the most mind-blowing things. And, you know, Spider-Man has had a lot of, like, what the fuck moments, you know? Like, from the Michael Keaton reveal to the whole Mysterio with the Iron Man 1 connection. There was a lot of, and then, like, obviously the newest Spider-Man movie, there's a lot of what the fuck stuff in Spider-Man. But yeah, such a fun movie. Like, such a fun movie, and it brings that Spider-Man movie Spider-Man to the MCU, and it made me so happy to see, like, a real Spider-Man movie in the MCU. It's great. It's wonderful, and I was so happy that
where's this entrance?
it's over here. I just pinged it, and it's over here. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's literally like right here. It's pinging me to Guy right here. Oh, there it is.
You have discovered the location of the shield vault. Please step inside and take the elevator down.
Far From Home, what were your opinions?
I think it's pretty good. I like
good.
I like Jake Gyllenhaal very much. So again, a lot of Phase 3 had some better villains than Phase 2.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Hela, I think she wasn't amazing, but she was fun and like big and like exciting. Thanos, Eric Killmonger, like you said, Mysterio.
Ego.
Yeah, I do admit though, I do agree. The whole blue collar villain thing in Spider-Man, and he's like Iron Man Jr. I'll admit that part does bother me, but it's one of those. He's in the MCU. I can't really complain about it because it's a thing, and I can't fight it. But yeah, Spider-Man as a character, I hope they change him up for these next couple movies, in that way. But yeah, it's good. But COVID happened after this, not before.
Yeah.
We didn't know COVID was going to be a thing until the end of that year, and we didn't think it was going to be what it was. And then all of the Marvel projects had to be shifted around, and then it kind of made them have to rewrite stuff and redo this and redo this.
Had to push movies back, had to push things forward.
Yeah.
It was nice to have a year off, though, I would say.
Yeah, because it kind of gave some breathing room. I'm
Gotta
not
find one
three.
first. No, you gotta find one first.
One. Oh, you didn't get to one yet? Okay.
No, you gotta find. I found 4.
I found 4 too. Let's see what's over here. Wait, is that 1? Yes, this is 1. I got 1.
Okay.
And then 3. Found it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice too. I felt like it was a good way to kind of get us a little bit, you know, relaxed, and it kind of gave us a bit. It gave Marvel a good amount of time to be like, okay, cool, we can reset, we can get kind of, you know, people a little bit of a break, restart everything, which started with the Disney Plus shows, which was kind of the weird way that everything started to begin. With WandaVision opening it up, the strangest one, which I think you and I kind of agree. I mean, I liked it more than you, but we agree that I think the potential was so strong from those first couple episodes, and then it kind of just fell apart near the end there. But I still liked a lot about it. And
the first 3 episodes are some of the best written stuff in the Disney Plus shows.
Yes.
And then it falls apart very quickly. And they kind of went back to their villain problem again. Because I don't think Agatha's really that good of a villain.
It was Agatha all along. That show just made me love and appreciate Paul Bettany even more.
1, 3, and 2.
Okay, 1 was over here, so I'm gonna go do 1 and 3, and then you find 2, and then. Okay, so I'll get 1. Oh no! The hacker's over by you.
By me? Where?
Yeah,
oh, over there.
And then I'll do the...
Hey.
Yeah.
Get off of it.
Okay, 1. I'll do 3. And then just gotta find 2. Yeah, and then we got what it should be called. You think that's the weakest? See, I think WandaVision's the weakest one, personally, because I think it just fell apart. I think Falcon Winter Soldier was slightly better. But I get why people weren't as high on it, because it was very simple, and it just was kind of, it was what it was. But I don't know, I think
it's because I was probably the most excited for it, and it turned out for not being as great as I wanted it to be.
I think it was a nice, like, I kind of expected it to be not amazing. And I think that's why I liked it more, because it was very much just a buddy, like, duo show with Winter Soldier.
I found 2.
And, you found 2? Okay. With, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And I think a lot of what the race stuff was involving, I think it was done enough. Again, I say this as a white guy, you know? Like, I say this in no way, shape, or form as, like, I think this is the best thing about race. But, again, I'm a white guy, so keep that in mind. But, I don't know, I love the suit. I think just him becoming the super soldier, or not super soldier, you know, Captain America, was actually well done. I think little Wyatt Russell as U.S. agent was honestly, like, so good. I think he was definitely one of the better new character introductions in a while. Like, I just thought that whole character arc, even if it was like it just felt so, like, different from Marvel. Oh no! Hacker extraordinaire.
Iron Man, why are you walking without using your legs?
But yeah, and then we got Loki before that. Before we even got to another movie, which is our favorite. Besides
yeah, Loki's our favorite.
Besides episode 3, I don't like episode 3 that much, but I love Loki, I love Sylvie, I loved all the supporting characters. Wow, oh wow. That wasn't involved though, which made me upset, and he never got his jet ski. He just wanted to ride a jet ski. Ooh, where is 4? 4513?
I know where 4 is. Alright, I have 4.
And then, as I have said many times to Eric, as a film guy, the idea of Jonathan Majors playing Kang makes me so excited, and I am so excited for, like, mainstream people to get to know him, because he is incredible. He is an incredible actor, and him playing Kang is gonna be, I hope they do so much with him. Like, I am so nervous that they're not gonna give Kang the amount of, like, time that he deserves, but Kang as a character is clearly, like, very nuanced and interesting, and Jonathan Majors is gonna kill it. And he did his little Andrew Garfield lie. He's like, what's a Loki? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not in Loki. What's
Meanwhile,
that?
you got Tom Hiddleston being asked if he's actually gonna be in Thor 4, and he's like,
he said, I'm not even doing an Andrew Garfield. He's like, I swear I'm not.
I got this, dude. Alright.
I'm not Andrew Garfield. I'm not lying, I swear.
I'm a good boy.
I'm a good boy. And then, yeah, Black Widow comes out, and I think...
It's the first MCU film back in theaters, and...
And it kinda... I don't know, I feel like it was a very much a way to set up Florence Pugh, which, I mean, hey, I love Florence Pugh. I love her to death. It's gonna be weird to watch her and Harry Styles in the same movie, because they're both my crushes. But, yeah, it was... I think everyone in the movie besides... Scarlett Johansson were actually good. I thought everyone else was outshining her, weirdly enough. Which, I mean, I think brings up a good story about, Eric. Let's just say that Eric got to meet Scarlett Johansson. Ain't that right?
I didn't really get to meet her. More like the break room toilet got to meet her.
She came into your break room, and you messaged me, and you told me she took a shit in your break room, and then you clarified and said, well, I wish she took a shit. That's what I want to believe happened. And I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, but hey, you know, she walked in as she was wearing a mask, so we really couldn't tell that was her, but when you look at her eyes, you're like, oh yeah, that's her, for sure.
Yeah.
And, she just had to use our bathroom, you know?
She didn't want to be a peasant. She wants to use, you know, a luxurious bathroom.
It's not really that great of a bathroom.
Damn it. You were supposed to say, yeah, the bathroom's gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah, it has a bidet in it, too. No, it doesn't.
Oh, well, oh, it doesn't? Well, that's sad. But yeah, it's middle of the road. And then Shang-Chi, introducing Shang-Chi. I think Shang-Chi is just kind of an old school Marvel Studios movie where it's a good intro. It's, you know, as one of my favorite villains in the MCU. He's incredible. I love him.
Hulk?
Yeah, the Hulk. No, the Mandarin, you dingus. You little dingleberry.
The Hulk is in the movie.
He is. And the thing that I also told Eric is I said the director, Dustin Daniel Creighton, did some of my favorite movies. He did Glass Castle, he did Short Term 12, he did Just Mercy with Killmonger. But he did every movie with Brie Larson. So the fact that she was in the after credit scene, that was probably in his contract. Like, I have to have her because I've directed her and everything I've done. Can you put Captain Marvel in there? And when she showed up, I looked over at my girlfriend and I go, I'm so happy she's in this because this means that he was able to be directing her. And so now he has to make sure she's in the next after credit scene too. He has to keep the momentum when they do Shang-Chi too. But
she just has to walk by. She doesn't have to say anything.
Nope. She's just going to be like, hi, bye. But yeah,
hi.
I think it's great. I think the ending, like what we've been talking about, I think the ending kind of brings a lot of like, oh, this is a Marvel movie. It is what it is. But honestly, again, I think this movie is, are you going to change characters?
Yeah,
okay, I wasn't saying that to be an asshole either. I was just wondering, are you going to change? Because if you're going to change, I'm going to make sure our requested hero is different. Because I have Cap and Hawkeye up, but if you want to be one of them, I can pick a different one.
I was going to be Hawkeye, actually.
Okay, so I'll put Cap, and then I'll put, you know what? Since we're what's it called? Since we're, past the Black Panther point, we'll put Black Panther into the mix now. We'll do that. We'll bring Black Panther into the fray because he is now involved in the movies, in the MCU movies.
I mean, so is Spider-Man too.
Oh, that is true. We can do that. You know what? I'm going to play as Spider-Man because I haven't played as him yet, but his power level is 2, so I'm going to have to upgrade. So I'm going to request Captain America, and I'll do Iron Man next time. Or I'll play as Iron Man next time. I'll do the Hulk. Let's do that. Okay, cool. But yeah.
Shang-Chi, fun time. Not like nothing crazy. It's just, you know, we got to see people beat the shit out of people. And what more can you ask for?
And then your favorite Marvel movie came.
You're forgetting something.
Am I forgetting something?
You're the best show.
We're doing Hawkeye before Eternals? Okay. Hawkeye then.
No.
Hawkeye. The best show. Oh, What If? Get the fuck out of here with What If. I don't want to talk about that shit. I ain't talking about
connected.
that. Yeah, spoilers. Thanks, Internet. I got spoiled for another thing in Doctor Strange, which I kind of knew was going to happen, but I'm also like, really?
I didn't really want it to happen.
Me neither. Me neither.
I don't really care enough.
It's interesting when that movie comes out how much we think we're gonna get. Like, you know,
how much the internet wants to happen.
I'm Iron Man. I'm Tom Cruise. I'm Iron Man, man.
Can he not breathe or something?
That's how Tom Cruise talks. Like, he does that laugh where he goes, I'm Tom Cruise, man. What the fuck? Tom Cruise. I made that joke to my dad. I'm like, imagine Doctor Strange turns around. He's like, who is that? And all you hear is, I'm Tony Stark, man. I'm Tony fucking Stark. But yeah, What If? I like 2 episodes, and the rest of it was undeveloped, lazy, made me sleepy, and I don't want to watch season 2. That's my opinion.
I liked a couple episodes as well. Unfortunately, apparently we have to know everything that's happening in What If to know what's happening in the MCU.
Which is kind of upsetting.
Because that's what Marvel wants.
Yeah.
But I hope that whatever animation team they get this time, if it's the same team, I hope it's better. Because I didn't really like the animation either.
Yeah, I think they need different animation too. Who knows? Maybe they'll give them a little bit bigger budget. Maybe not. But now we move to the lovely Eternals, which I'm not even going to sit on this that long because Eric hates it. I don't think it's that bad, but I don't defend it like I'm not going to defend it. I thought it was fine.
It's the worst one. It's the worst one.
Iron Man 3's trash. Thor
No,
Dark World's
it's
trash.
not.
Oh man, Iron Man 3 that movie is so like, hey, Iron Man doesn't need a suit. And the whole movie, he's like, hey, Rhodey, you can't go inside a suit because it's impossible. And then, at the end of the movie, I'm going to let fucking Gwyneth Paltrow go inside a suit because what the fuck? I'll allow it this time. That movie is writing is so fucking bad. I hate it. But Harry Styles is Thanos' brother. And we all wanted that, right?
Be on your guard.
Yeah, that's all we asked for.
As I brought up Harry Styles, and then the whole Black Knight setup with Blade.
That's probably the best part is all that stuff, because I never thought I would live in a world where the Ebony Blade is going to be put on the freaking big screen. Oh look, it's Spider-Man.
You're like, oh look.
There are Inhumans caught in a standoff up ahead.
Where am I webbing from? The air.
You literally are.
The Spicy Boys?
I got that same dialogue.
I hated that. I freaking hated that. That made me hate this game even more than I do already. Oh, God.
See, and I don't hate this game. You do. I know.
I feel like there's a lot. All the stuff that's like normal single player stuff, like the single player missions are great. When it becomes the whole live service bullshit, I hate it. I think it's so, like, terribly handled and, like, I don't know. I just feel like the character models were so uninspired too, but hey, look at me. I got it for a discount and I'm playing it because it's still kind of dumb fun, so I'm okay with it. Clearly I don't hate it enough to not play it.
Meanwhile, you're talking to a guy who bought it on day one, baby, day one.
That is true.
And I bought the fucking collector's edition too.
Hey, I think that trophy's pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie.
I do like my Captain America Memorial trophy. My Hulk bobblehead. Anyway, yeah, Eternals, that get great.
But then we get Hawkeye, which in our prep I almost completely forgot about. Which I think is probably the most consistent one for me since Falcon Winter Soldier. Like, I think it started really good and then it just got better from there. And Haley Steinfeld is another crush. You know, we have to be awkward and talk about that, because if we ever make it and somehow these videos become popular, I'm gonna be embarrassed when I meet any of these people in real life.
I mean, that's fair. I think that Hawkeye started out and got better with every episode, and then the last episode kinda floundered a little bit.
See, I still think the ending was fine. Like, it was the most...
I don't think it's bad, I just think that leading up to it, you know, I expected much better. It's not even like the whole like ending, the whole episode. It's literally just the ending.
My whole opinion on Hawkeye is the ending is definitely Marvel, but it is not nearly as bad Marvel as like WandaVision or even Falcon Winter Soldier. Like, I think the ending is a lot better than all of those, but I can understand where you're coming from. Florence Pugh shows back up, which that's that whole connective thing. Kingpin comes into the fray, which is another like, oh, here we go, all the Netflix stuff is coming back, and so that's a whole thing.
We don't know if it's canon or not, but whatever, we don't care.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll find out at some point. But yeah, I definitely feel like this show was one of the more like, cool, it was what it was. It wasn't like so amazing, but it definitely wasn't bad. Like, it actually had a pretty solid like experience to it. And then, speaking of the character I'm playing as right now, we get probably the most anticipated Marvel movie, to some people probably more than Endgame, because of the history behind it, and that is Spider-Man No Way Home, which is a movie that I think is not as good as Far From Home, but I like it more than Far From Home because I think...
Because of what it is.
Because of what it is, and I don't think it is this terrible fan service movie. I actually think the fan service is done in context with the characters. I don't think the fan service is terrible. I think the fan service actually adds to the character stuff. There's some inconsistencies, and there's some characters I wish had some other little things going on. But overall, I loved it. And to see Toby and Andrew back, especially Toby, because he's like, I know Eric, he's with me on this, where he was our Spider-Man. Like, he was the one that we would see when we were little kids, and seeing the Sam Raimi movies and all that life that Sam Raimi brought to those movies. Even in the third one, you could tell that there was still a little bit of life in it because he cared so much.
He cared.
Yeah,
Sony
not
did.
Sony. Yep, not Sony. Which I think Spider-Man 3 will always be better than the Amazing Spider-Man movies. So yeah, don't fucking at me.
Those Amazing Spider-Man movies are... One is okay. Two...
One as a movie is better than two. Two as a, like, what kind of things they do is better, but it is a hot mess.
There's literally some of the best Spider-Man moments in that movie.
Yes. Like, the swing stuff is amazing.
But as a script...
Is dog shit.
Poor Jamie Foxx. It's okay.
Oh, poor Jamie Foxx.
Yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home. He found his way home.
He did?
He
And
never
nobody
really
knows him
actually,
anymore.
I would say no one really, he never really, like, had a house to leave from. Because
Yeah.
he was always home.
That is true.
Just nobody wanted to leave him alone.
This one is open.
Should have been called Spider-Man Leave Me Alone at Home.
You're safe now.
I'm working on that title.
I was gonna say, where are all of you? Are you all finally coming over here? There you are!
I was in the menus.
Oh, you were. I was over here kicking some booty. I was trying to save these people.
These people, Brian.
They're called
They're
Inhumans. Oh, we forgot about to talk about that garbage. Which is okay.
If we're gonna mention all the other MCU related shows. I mean, because we remember when they announced that as a movie.
Oh, yeah. That was all. Yeah, back in the beginning of Phase 3 days.
Yeah, they were so excited because they're like, oh, we got Inhumans. And then they slowly just canceled it, and we're like, what's going on? Oh, I just got a trophy.
Nice.
The cells are all open.
Oh, we did it.
Nice work.
Yay! Hip hip hurrah!
Nah, man, that show is not good for the none I've watched of it really. I've only seen like bits and pieces of it online, and I'm just like, oof.
Yeah. What'd you think of No Way Home? Did you love it? Did you hate it?
Are you asking me or the audience?
I'm asking you.
Audience, please let us know.
What did you think of No Way Home?
The bounty hunters have been purged from...
No, it's a good time.
Have been purged.
It's a good time.
It's a good time.
Let's be honest. The script is not Spider-Man's hanging on the side of the helicarrier. That's actually kind of cool. But it's not like genuinely. It is for the fans, and that's why like you just have to suspend your disbelief on a lot of things. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
No, nothing matters.
I think I'll play as Black Panther this time.
Oh, damn! I was gonna play as Black Panther. Okay.
Okay, I'll play as Hulk.
Okay. Because I was probably gonna do either Hawkeye or Black Panther next, but I'll do Black Panther because I want to get him ranked up real quick.
I'll do Hulk, and then
let's request. We'll do Miss Marvel at the end. We'll do her, or no, we'll do Kate Bishop. Let's do Kate Bishop, and then let's do.
yes, since we just talked about her.
And then I'll play as Black Panther, and then I'll put Iron Man into the mix. There we go. And then you'll be Hulk. Cool. But then, yeah, we ended the year with that movie, and that was such a big, like, oh my gosh movie. And then
Oh my
we're
god.
now finishing, I guess, with Moon Knight, which at this point I have finally seen the new episode, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm still a little bit confused.
A little bit confused.
Because I'm very... I guess I just don't get the character as much. I know you clearly do, and there was a lot that they threw at you that I'm like... It was a little confusing to me, and...
I mean, I don't know how much trauma you've been through, Brian.
Yeah, apparently I haven't been through enough to relate to this episode. But all I know is his mom is a straight up, and yes, I'm gonna say this word, she's a cunt. Because I'm like, really? Like, really? Like, you're that much of a bitch to your son because... Oh, it's your job to watch over your little brother. No, you're his fucking parent. You're the one that should look over him, you dumb bitch. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, I was like, what the hell? But yeah, Moon Knight, the darkest thing we've probably gotten from MCU since Falcon Winter Soldier, because it's just dark and there's, like, creepy shit that happens, and, you know...
In episode... I think it was episode 4, that whole sequence of Lila in the cavern and just those things grabbing her, that's terrifying.
Oh, yeah. I know we were bringing that up, because, like, they look like when you go to fucking, like, these inhabited islands, and, like, it's these people, like, just coming at you, like, trying to kill you, and it's... Yeah, it's... Is Black Panther on the ship while I'm playing as Black Panther? No. It's pretty consistent. Hi, Nick Fury.
Nice work.
I love
Commander
fucking
Pacific Northwest next.
I love Moon Knight so far. I just really hope they don't drop the ball in this final episode. Launching today, May 4th, when this episode is live.
That is true, with the anniversary of the first
Check in at
Avengers.
Shield Substation 0 if you need anything while you're out there.
Yep, we timed it perfectly. Absolutely, that was the goal.
That's what, yeah. They were totally planning on that. I got a new pattern costume thing. I gotta go check that real quick. I wanna go see what it is. Is it up here? No, it's down here. Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I'm kind of nervous that they're gonna drop the ball too, because I feel like every MCU show has either ended really good, or like, wow, that's how we're gonna end it. Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think so far it's pretty solid. And hopefully it ends.
I got a new Hulk outfit.
I got a new, I think, Black Widow outfit.
Oh, your favorite in this game.
Yeah, she is, totally. I'm gonna look for another mission while you're doing that. I wanted to see where we haven't gone. I feel like we've gone everywhere that, like, I would want to do, because we're not gonna go to there. Did we do the
Pacific Northwest? Pacific?
Did we? Specific Northwest?
Specifically the Northwest.
Just specifically. I mean, we can. You know what? Let's end in a... Let's verse, what's his name?
Abomination?
Abomination. Because where is he at? He's in...
He's in the Eastern, right?
Oh, he's not even up here anymore. He's not even up. That's weird.
I got him. Oh.
You...
I selected a hero that does not meet the minimum requirement for this mission. Yikes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why he's gone on your thing.
I got you. Makes sense. It's fine. We'll do just kind of a normal one. Maybe if we have enough time, we can try and do one more, and I'll do a higher level character. Let's do. I don't want to do a vault.
In the Pacific.
In the Pacific, in the Pacific Northwest. Let's go to this research lab. Yeah, and then really, after this, I mean, we don't have to go into detail on everything, but we kind of have just a big wave of all this Marvel stuff coming up, which is like, it's kind of nerve-wracking to think, like, where are we going with everything? You know, obviously we talk about Doctor Strange being kind of this huge MCU or like Marvel extravaganza with Patrick Stewart and other things that we're gonna, you know, experience.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we don't know what to expect. All I want is for Sam Raimi to fucking just do his Sam Raimi thing. If I don't see a quick shot into somebody's fucking eyeball,
oh yeah,
like zoomed in Sam Raimi style,
well, everyone,
I riot.
People were shitting on his interview he did, where he straight up came out and said, "Yeah, it's a Marvel movie. We had to do it like a Marvel movie." But he says straight up, I think his whole perspective is he doesn't want people to go into it thinking it's going to be a Sam Raimi movie. I think he wants people to go in knowing it is a Marvel movie, but he still does Sam Raimi stuff. And that's, I think, all you can hope for. Like,
and I hope they didn't cut out Bruce Campbell.
I hope not either.
Because apparently they might have cut him out. And I'm like, you
bastards.
You guys didn't cut him out of fucking Oz the Great and Powerful.
I know. And then with this, it opens up the doors for if we're even going to see a fucking Spider-Man 4, which who knows? Sam Raimi said himself that kind of opens the doors for everything. He thinks that there is going to definitely be some talks if people really like Doctor Strange, you know? And then
I'm sure with things that happen, people will just say they like it because they saw something in it and they're like, ooh. That's my favorite, or ooh, that's what I wanted to see.
Because the story came out, and it said Sam Raimi, the only reason why they moved forward with the reboot was because they wanted the movie to come out at a certain time, and he said he needed more time to
work on it, yeah.
To work on it. So maybe Sony's now like, they're seeing how bad all their fucking movies are doing. They're like, you know what? Why not? Our universe is a hot mess. We might as well fucking do it. But we'll see.
Maybe we can get John Malkovich to be the Vulture.
Oh, that'd be wild. Honestly, all I know is I don't believe there's a small chance we're gonna see it. I think it's bigger than people think. I'm not saying it's gonna happen though. I'm just saying I feel like the possibilities of it are a lot more likely than we think. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, and then, you know, Ryan Coogler has had his work out for him with the fucking Black Panther sequel because of everything going on. I know I skipped over what's it called. I'm just kind of thinking of all the shit right now in my head. But
yeah, I am very curious to see with what's going on with that.
Well, yeah, because we might get Storm. We're gonna probably get Ironheart set up, which it seems like they're doing too much. Because then they might do Namor. It's like,
I laugh because I keep seeing posts about like, the new Avengers, and they show like side by side who's replacing who. Like they show off, you know, Kate Bishop with Hawkeye, and then they show Sam Wilson's cap next to Chris Evans' cap. That She-Hulk, you know, is coming, and Mark Ruffalo's right there. And then they show Robert Downey Jr. like no one could replace him. I'm like, you forget that Ironheart's a thing, right? that's coming out still. That's gonna be their trying the replacement.
Yeah, seriously.
I don't think it'll be like that, or I don't think I'm not saying like the quality is going to be like worse or anything, but I mean I won't forget when Ironheart initially came out in the comics and people were not fans of her. They were like, a black Iron Man in this economy?
In my world? Oh, the king is down! Ah! It's because I'm like the lowest level here. No! Thank you, Kate Bishop. Hurry up. But yeah, and then Love and Thunder setting up the whole Lady Thor shit, and
I'm sure people were, you know, you're thrilled
so
about that
thrilled.
too.
So thrilled.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it, but I'm ready. I'm ready for Love and Thunder. I mean, I can see it being better than Doctor Strange potentially,
What the
but
fuck happened? How did I die that time?
I gotcha.
Thanks, boy. Yeah, and then
I gotta move. I'm done.
Oh no, here, I have to get back in the middle real quick.
Kate Bishop here, saving us all, you know.
For real.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Thor. I think that it'll be a hoot and a holler, and I'm ready to see depressed Thor, you know?
Emo Thor.
I mean, we kind of got a sense of depressed Thor in Endgame,
Yeah.
but that was more fat. He's not fat anymore, and you
Yeah,
know, I'm
he's-
glad that he's not fat anymore.
He's gonna be working out now.
He's gonna be hanging out with the Guardians for a little bit. No Gamora, which, you know, I'm very curious to see.
How they're gonna get all that in for Guardians 3 with eyebrows as Adam Warlock.
Well done. The Resistance
Hell
now
yeah.
has access to the research
And
labs in
also,
laboratory.
right after next month,
With
we
any
get
luck, we can ascertain
Miss
new information
Reveal.
on their inhuman
I was gonna say I'm gonna
research
play as
project,
her.
and hopefully
We're
use
gonna
it
do
to
one
protect
more, and
more
that's
of
who I
our
was gonna
people.
play as, so we can kind of go into that for the finale. Yeah, because I'm kind of the same way about Miss Marvel. I think in these games, I was okay with her. Like, I didn't hate her, but I didn't necessarily love her. So I'm hoping this show, like, the actress seems cool, and I'm hoping that this show kind of brings a bit of excitement to that character. And, you know, I just think, and then, like, with Quantumania, which, again, as I keep having to hammer home for Eric, I want more Jonathan Majors and MCU shit, so I'm just super excited to see what they're gonna bring, what he's gonna bring as these different versions of Kang.
And now that's pushed up.
It is. It switched with the Marvels, which then that with Miss Marvel, and then what Monica, which that was another part of WandaVision I hated. They had her go in just so she could get powers, and then she did fucking nothing once she got in there. She just was like, "Oh, okay, I have powers now," and then I'm Ralph Boner.
And then here's a scroll to talk to you. Hey, Carol knows you.
Honestly, like, that's really how all that went. But yeah, I think, and then, you know, we have Fantastic Four, which John Watts is not going to be directing because he's not going to be ready to do.
Scientist Supreme's goal is to create an
so we'll
army
see
of our worst enemies.
what happens there.
And good for him and good for Marvel to be like, yeah, we support his decision. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Can I count on you to help?
I mean, I'm sure it wasn't any bad blood whatsoever because, you know, he just came off of doing their second highest grossing movie of all time.
I mean, as Eric Striffler said, you see John Watts, and clearly had a big indie following, and then he does these movies, and let's be honest, there's some cool style to some of it, but it doesn't seem like a John Watts movie. But good for him. He got to do these movies, he got to be a Spider-Man director, and he probably got a shit ton of money. So, good for him. You know, like, he can, you know, probably do projects now. He's probably like the Russo brothers, where now he can kind of maybe go off and do some of his own original stuff and kind of build a bit of a repertoire as a more serious filmmaker, you know, because Marty over here with all these things, he's like, I want to make real cinema now.
Cinnamon rolls.
Real cinnamon rolls. But, and then we don't know what's going to happen with X-Men. You know, X-Men, I think they're going to take a long time to bring them in. I think they have to figure out a good way. I'm excited
It'd
to
be very
see.
hard to explain that, yeah.
I'm excited to see how fucking terrifying Galactus might be. Like, imagine seeing a Marvel movie and you just see Galactus in the sky just covering it. That would make me shit my pants. Or Doctor Doom.
I want the first shot of Galactus ever for them to be like, look up, and you just look up and you just see this giant man looking down.
Low-key, I will straight up be like, that is terrifying. Like,
and we'll eventually get Loki season 2, Brian, yes.
Yes, Loki. Hey, I was just trying to bring us back on track, you know? We're going to
Yeah.
the same place where fucking Taskmaster was when you and I were playing the other day. Come on,
Yep.
they couldn't have come up with any other place to put him.
Nah, man. We didn't have enough time. We made this in 2020.
Yep. Well, let's be honest. They were making it for a long time before 2020. Doesn't
Yeah.
seem like it though. Ba-bum. Ba-bum. But yeah, all I know is my main question to you is: do you think that Marvel is gonna be pumping out some good stuff? Do we think they're gonna come through? Are we gonna get a fucking Secret Wars with Toby coming back? Fucking, they were trying to get Ben Affleck to come back as Daredevil of all fucking people. So, are we gonna get this fucking crazy shenanigans? Will Tom Cruise be in Doctor Strange 2? Because all I know is if that's actually a rumor, that Tom Cruise ended up being convinced to get like $20 million to just be in this fucking movie, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind and be like, what the hell is going on?
He probably was like, what can I do my own stunt-wise if he was gonna be there? And they were like,
he's like,
they
I
were
can
like,
build.
Tom, you're gonna be CG the entire time. He's like, I'm out.
He's probably like, I can build my own Iron Man suit and fly it around myself. They're like, Tom, we can't risk that. He's like, what the fuck? It's like, what the fuck, man?
He's like, then what's the point?
He's like, I'm gonna go hang off a helicopter. I'm gonna do Mission Impossible. I'm Tom Cruise.
I'm Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise is the last living movie star we have. I don't know. What? Okay. I said that really loud. See, I'm not used to wearing
What?
a headset and talking. I'm like,
What are they selling?
What are they? What? Sorry to all of you out there. What do you want to see in Marvel? Like, what do you want to see Marvel do moving forward in this next wave of movies that they're doing? Or what
I want them?
what kind of crazy, or you know what? Let's talk about like Avengers. Because they said they're not doing Avengers, but let's be honest, they're probably going to wait a couple more years to kind of set some more stuff up. Maybe do, they're setting up Young Avengers, the Thunderbolts, all that shit. What do you want to see as, like, the next big, like, storyline? Like, you said you love Secret Wars, but do you think they'd be able to pull that off in the way that Secret Wars is? Because at this point, they have probably all the properties they need to do it.
No, absolutely, they will not be able to pull it off or how it's intended.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So, but Civil War was never what it was.
Yeah.
We know that. It's just gonna be really, because at this point they're gonna have to come up with their own creative ideas with how to do things. And I really want them to. I want them to slow down.
Yeah.
If I want anything more, is for them to slow down.
Disney won't let them slow down. They're like, we need money, boys!
We are this small company that can't afford anything. Please, we need money.
Yeah. And then they go, unless it involves a gay kiss. At that point, we're gonna go, absolutely not. And then,
Unless you have two moms.
yes. Unless that's the case. Other than that, get that shit out of here. Because for whatever reason, a company like Disney is so conservative, it is nuts. But now Disney's turning on Florida, and Florida's like, you don't hate the gays anymore? Uh-oh. We gotta do something about that.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. Please.
You're like, Brian, I don't need you to bring up evil Florida.
Because it affects my well-being.
That is very true, unfortunately, which is some bullshit.
But hey, we're getting a Guardians ride in Florida soon, and I'm very
true.
excited for it. From what I've been hearing from all people except for me, because I haven't been on it, it's amazing. So I guess you have to come down, Brian.
Hey, at some point soon, you're gonna show me You're gonna show me the town. You're gonna take me around town. You're gonna be like, hey,
I'm
welcome
gonna-
to Florida. I don't know why I'm doing that kind of accent.
Well done. That squad
Yeah, I was thinking when you said around town, I was like, SpongeBob? We're gonna make a bubble?
Bring it around town.
Do it.
But yeah, the
I'm trying to think
MCU.
of other like heroes they haven't brought in yet either.
Squirrel Girl.
I mean, they haven't. Do you think we're gonna get Deadpool?
I mean, Deadpool 3 is gonna come out at some point, but what it's gonna be, I don't fucking know. Like, I wonder how they're gonna incorporate it. Like, are they gonna just, cause he has the time travel thing, like, is he just gonna, like, how are they gonna get him into the MCU? Do we know what they could do?
I'm not sure. We'll see what happens this Friday in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
That is true, because that's kind of how this latest phase has been, is they're just kind of doing all this multiverse stuff, and it doesn't seem like they have, like, a main thing they're trying to do. Like, Kang's been set up, and, like, I think
Another enemy defeated.
Kang should be, like, the main villain that they're, like, kind of trying to build up on, and then, you know, I know we brought up U.S. Agent and stuff, but, like, we have Julie Louis-Dreyfus in the MCU too, and, like,
doing stuff.
yeah, she's just hanging out, so.
In the meantime, I'm sending you to the lower floors to find a target who has more information.
So, who knows? We'll see. We're gonna have to see what's going on there.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think who else she would pick up, because she picked up Yelena for like 2 seconds, and I feel like that doesn't matter anymore.
They got her, U.S. Agent. They probably are gonna have Baron Zemo. I mean, obviously they'll probably only have to do Red Hulk as CGI. They probably can't do Thunderbolt Ross, or they just recast him.
Or they just don't use his character.
Or that. And I'm being serious. I'm not saying that to be insensitive. I'm just talking from a perspective since William
I'm
Hurt
sure
passed
they'll be
away.
Because he filmed stuff for She-Hulk, right?
Oh,
I'm
he
assuming
really
so.
did.
So that'll probably be the last time we see him. And so whatever we see in there
Yeah.
is
Well,
that of a dead man.
Because we're probably gonna see Charlie Cox in there too. Oh, just like
We're
we
gonna
did in
we're seeing
Spider-Man.
Abomination. We're seeing Mark Ruffalo still. I feel like Mark Ruffalo's like, you all want me to leave so badly. I don't really want to leave.
He's like,
Everyone else wants to leave.
He's like, this is a good job. I can just show up, act a little bit, and get a nice paycheck, and then I'll go off and do Oscar stuff. You know? He's just like, I'm here. I'm just having
And
fun.
I'll go do the Atom Project.
That too. Oh yeah, cause Sean, what's his name? Sean Levy's doing Deadpool 3.
Yeah,
Which-
that's
Sean Levy directed the greatest kids movie of all time in Big Fat Liar. Like, come on. Like, come on. If you disagree with me, then clearly you're wrong.
you know, I don't think I've ever actually seen that movie in full.
Eric, when we do commentary tracks, which, hey, we may do, then I think we're gonna have to do that movie, because it's pretty
But it's
pretty
just
good
gonna be
movie.
you laughing the entire time. All
Or
the
me,
years.
or me quoting the entire movie. I cannot get this one for the life of me. It won't
This
go
one?
down. There you go. I literally was standing
There I go. I did all the work.
Nothing
I'm
happened.
the one who. And he's the first one to claim the chest.
That, all I know is that pad is against Muslim people. That's all I'm gonna say. I hate to bring
God.
race into it, but that pad was against me. I'm just saying. Just saying. Don't be going, oh God, it's the truth, okay? Okay?
It makes you kind of curious that why they moved up Ant-Man and
Well, because Ant-Man's
push
already
back.
done filming, so they're probably like, well, we're still filming Miss Marvel, or the Marvels. So, they're probably like, we might as well have Ant-Man come out first, which might introduce MODOK, which, holy shit, that will be pretty incredible. That and fucking, what's it called? Beta Ray Bill. We need those to happen now, Marvel.
Yeah, because I was surprised that he didn't happen in Ragnarok. Oh, I'm down.
An impressive and educational performance. Excellent work.
Do you think anyone else will die on screen? Or pretend to die on screen?
You mean like character-wise?
No, the actor. I want them to die on the camera and they still show it in the movie.
They're still gonna be like, fucking just die now. You're going. I don't know.
I was in the mood to hit something.
I'd be interested in seeing who would be next, because I don't really know what I don't think they'd kill, like, Mark Ruffalo. Like, I feel like he's, like, a solid one to keep. Maybe they might kill Hawkeye, but, like, we thought they were gonna kill him in Age of Ultron, because that was obvious, and then they're like, oh, no, sorry, we're not gonna kill a character that's actually important, we're just gonna kill the one you just got introduced to.
Yeah, you know. Priorities.
Yeah, priorities.
And also, he's not as good as the other one.
Yeah, so we're just gonna get him out of here. I don't know. I remember telling you this the other day. I want Steven Yeun to play Mr. Negative in Spider-Man 4. That's all I care about. Or like I said, bring Scorpion, bring fucking Prowler, get Donald Glover, because Donald Glover says every time he does stuff at one time. Like, he'll do a bunch of shit and put it out at once, and then he'll go away. Atlanta season 3 and 4 are out this year. Bring him back. That's all I'm saying. Bring the man back. Get us Miles Morales set up, because even what's his name's like, I think people are ready for Miles Morales, so we will see.
Oh, there he is, big boy.
Big boy time.
Man, aren't we so glad that we saw him in Shang-Chi just to be like, yeah, the Abomination still exists.
All I know is low-key, again, are you gonna say what you kept saying this entire video? No? Are you gonna go, oh, well, Loki,
I hope there's a season 3, you know.
There we go. Anyways, I was gonna say,
it is kind of sad that that's the only show that's gonna get a second season, though.
Yeah. All I know, though, is I really like Tim Roth. Like, Tim Roth is so good. So I'm so happy that he's coming back. But then freaking, what's his name? Tim Blake Nelson. He gets fucked over as the leader. And then he goes in the Fantastic Four remake and they're like, you're not Mole Man anymore. You're just a random guy. He'll never be a villain in a Marvel movie, ever. They'll just set him up and then he'll never show up again.
We're so glad you showed up for your paycheck.
I would be interested if they did Leader, though. Like, that would be kind of cool, because that would be, again, like, I feel like that's a character that would be easy to do. Like, he's already set up, he's in the world. The fact that they're finally bringing Tim Roth back is crazy to me. It's like, finally, but I think clearly it's for She-Hulk, and they have a purpose for him now.
Yeah, I'm very curious if, I mean, would it surprise me if they decided, you know, hey, the leader is actually the bad guy of the show. And they just didn't talk about it, because it's like, you know, you didn't really get a chance to use that opportunity.
Yeah.
Beat him up, beat him up, beat him up. Ooh, I'm dazed.
Oh, come here, big boy. I'm a big girl. I'm a big girl now. I'm a big kid now.
Did you just get through your diapers?
Hey, I'm up really late. I'm past my bedtime, and I'm an old man. I can't go to the bathroom as good as I can before.
I think Abomination is better to fight than Taskmaster, though.
Oh, yeah. Like, we are getting through this a lot better. than when we were doing Taskmaster.
And you know what? Abomination was a better villain than Taskmaster in the MCU.
That's true. Again, Tim Roth is just the man. Like, he's just one of those, like, he just shows up and gives 100% every time.
I just think that's more because they butchered Taskmaster.
That too. I mean, I didn't care that much about Taskmaster. Like, the internet went crazy because it was the whole, you ruined such a great character. But I'm like, I guess this is just the non-knowing comic book guy here, where I'm like, I didn't really care that much, because, like, I could see what they tried to do, but it was like, I get why people were like, that was bad. Why are you chasing me so goddamn much, Abomination? Do you think I'm cute or something? I think that's a yes. Yep, that's a yes.
His words, not mine.
I am... Eric, you can't see my screen right now, but I straight up was fisting him in the asshole. And that's not a joke.
I'm shooting him in the asshole right now with some arrows.
Oh, there we go. Fist. Oh, I'm punching him in the dick. I'm punching him in his abomination dick. Obama dick. Obama dick.
Obama dick.
Obama dick. Obama dick. The fact that we beat him.
Obama dick.
Obama dick. Now that is something completely different. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a great way to end this celebration of the Avengers. It was funny because when I set this up for Eric, I was like, Eric, you know, we're going to just talk about the Avengers. And then we ended up just talking about all the MCU. And I was like,
Avengers.
Whatever.
If we get any more sightings of AIM clones,
Gives us more to talk about. But yeah, guys and gals and non-binaries, to all of you, thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun. I hate on this game, but I don't think it's the worst thing on the face of the earth. It's just okay. It's fine. I think it's a lot better me playing it now than when it first came out, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's gotten a lot better since then. You know, it's just not amazing, unfortunately.
But yeah, this was cool. I'm just gonna do a little exit to main menu for all y'all out there watching. Oh, here we go. This is a way to end it, just with this screen. Thank you so much for watching the Warren Rascals. If you liked, like, subscribe, yeah, share the freaking video. Use this as a Razcast. We were just joking about this too when we were planning the video. We're like, let's just act like this is a Razcast. If you don't even want to watch the video, click play and just listen to us babble on about Marvel movies. But yeah, this was a cool one-off. We hope you enjoyed, and I guess we'll see y'all. Yeah?
Or just turn off our audio and just watch the gameplay.
And make up your own audio while watching it. Hey, that's fine by me too. But yeah, take it easy, everyone. And guess what, Eric? I'm not going to do the normal goodbye. I'm just going to go...
Toodaloo?
Well, you said it that time, so...
Yeah, I had to.
Oh, so you wanted to say toodaloo?
Because if you didn't, then what else would have happened? End the video now.
Bye!
Bye.